Last season was an interesting one. It ended off with a mini live event showcasing Daigo attempting to free his sister Jade from the spirit realm, but then gets in a massive duel against the main villain of that season, Shogun X, which then ends with Daigo winning this duel thanks to his splinter blades, defeating Shogun X, and this victory also frees Daigo's sister. So hooray! Daigo is such a hero. And ultimately, this was our first event of Fortnite Chapter 6. Well, the 10-second long Mariah Carey live event did happen before, but like that was barely an event. So that doesn't really count in my opinion. Either way, what happened to Daigo after he freed Jade? Well, he kind of just became really quiet all of a sudden. According to Jade, there was a dark presence in the spirit realm, and it knew her, Daigo, and their whole entire bloodline, including its very dark legacy to do with masks. But this information only intrigued Daigo, with him only wanting to take down this darkness. Which is a horrible idea, because according to Jade, this darkness will only take him. And we're in the final month of Chapter 6 Season 2 now, and we haven't actually physically seen Daigo since then. However, we have heard of him a lot, and by the ways others are talking about him, it doesn't sound like that Daigo is in his right state of mind right now. At a somewhat degree, Daigo is all of a sudden being antagonized. There is a lot of weird and suspicious stuff going on the Chapter 6 island right now, and it's all gonna lead up to the live event happening at the end of this season, which we already know quite a bit about. And I'm gonna be discussing it all in this video. So before I get into it, please like the video and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And why not even join my Fortnite Discord server? The link is down in the description below. Anyways, with that said, let's get straight into the video. And God, where do I begin? Okay, so recently, Daigo has been in touch with Fletcher Kane, who is the main villain of this season. And Fletcher is aware of how professional Daigo is when it comes to making masks. Or fixing masks, especially powerful as hell ones. For a long time, this red, shattered mask was on display at Daigo's shop. And this was a mask that was previously used centuries ago in the Shattering War, and it hasn't been used since then, so this mask is hella powerful, and is contained with some of the most darkest demonic magic ever. Like, even when we went up to it last season, we would comment to ourselves that it looks dangerous, but as of then, it was broken, so it didn't really mean much. Until Season 2 drop, when we found out that this mask is no longer in Daigo's shop, and that it had actually been moved down to Daigo's workshop, the place where Daigo always hides out and builds his really powerful masks. And it was also the same place where Daigo slaughtered those sprites for their magic so he could make a mask that he would use in the event. And killing those sprites was worth it, as he did successfully free his sister in the end. But we're not talking about that. Why and how is this mask here? Well, you see, Fletcher's Alpha team actually moved it to down there. Yes, I'm not joking. But like, Fletcher Kane isn't Daigo, so why is he doing this? Well, Fletcher wants Daigo to make him a really powerful mask, which he could just wipe out all of the outlaws with, using this mask that will obviously enhance Fletcher Kane by a lot. So Fletcher would just straight up kill all of the outlaws, including Midas, using dark demonic magic generated by his mask. But if Fletcher wants a really powerful mask, then he's going to have to get gold delivered to Daigo's workshop and get new machinery installed too. But he gets his henchmen to do this.
The next parcel is ready for delivery. See that Daigo receives it promptly. I don't care if the workshop scares you. Deliver the gold, or face your punishment. The machine's been installed in the workshop, sir. Finally, some good news. Daigo will be pleased.
I just want to make this clear, and to be fair, I thought this at first, but Daigo isn't actually in the spirit realm. After the event, we all thought he got trapped in the spirit realm, but it turns out, after slightly seeing the spirit realm in the event, he remained on the island to just pretty much go MIA, and to prepare for his face-off against this dark presence. And it also seems that Daigo doesn't really want to be seen for some reason. Maybe he doesn't want people to think that he's actually behind the scenes working with Fletcher, which is a very fair reason not to show your face, but it is still all kinda weird. Daigo, the guy who killed the villain of last season, but is working with the villain of this season. I mean, it adds up, but it's quite surprising, don't you think? Well, that's what we all thought, but when analyzing the upcoming live event for this season, oh boy, it just all makes sense. After the confrontation event, Daigo realized that he has nothing to take down this presence. Even the splinter blades can't even harm the darkness of the spirit realm. So he catches Fletcher Kane and his alpha crew stealing from his mask shop, and he's like, hey, I'll make you the most powerful mask ever if you give me gold and new machinery, and you have to deliver it for me as I ain't showing my face anywhere, bro. And Fletcher was like, okay. So yeah, with everything needed now delivered to Daigo, he can now make Fletcher this really powerful mask. But he's not actually gonna do this. Let me explain. Daigo isn't going to make Fletcher a brand new mask. He's gonna use all of the new machinery given to him to repair the extremely powerful shattered one that was originally on display. Now, it's hung up on the wall of Daigo's workshop. Now, Daigo does do some pretty shocking things, but he's not stupid. He's not actually going to give Fletcher Kane, like, the most powerful thing on the island right now. Because it's obvious that after Fletcher deals with the outlaws, he's gonna go for the 0-point shard and then harness that power. But Daigo's not gonna let him do this. No, he can't have anyone get in the way of his true plans, which is of course to face the dark presence. Because Daigo's not really himself anymore. He's really invested in this darkness, and is literally the only thing he thinks about. And Jade is really worried about him. It will genuinely take Daigo. But does Daigo care about what others think? Nuh-uh. And conning the actual crap out of Fletcher Kane, well, that's his best plan. As Daigo promises to share the power of the spirit realm with him, but obviously this is not gonna happen. Daigo's just gonna backstab Fletcher Kane, and somewhat for good. But before, he's gonna use Fletcher to take care of us, as Daigo will send Fletcher Kane after us in the event, as he can't let us or anyone else get in his way. He is so invested in this spirit realm of darkness, it's just insane. He's not himself anymore, and as of now, it seems like he's partially a villain. A very similar example of this was between the Wanderer and Megalodon. When Megalodon thought that the Wanderer would help him in his Leviathan plans, the Wanderer just used Megalodon to blend in, then blowing up his pipeline, which then gave just Doom all of the glory and power of Pandora's box. When in this case, Fletcher Kane, who thinks he can get the 0-point shard, will just be backstabbed on instant by Daigo, as Daigo only needs him for taking care of us. You get what I mean? Daigo's just using him. I feel a bit bad for Fletcher, honestly, as he's quite a cool villain, but he can be pretty annoying at times. And to be fair, as of now, Daigo is sounding like a much cooler villain. Daigo, put the splinter blades down! This is for my villain arc! Oh yeah, Daigo is still using the splinter blades, by the way, but only to get in the spirit realm and not to actually fight the dark presence with it. It'll be the mask that deals with the darkness. Now, all of this will unfold as the location of Magic Mosses. Yes, this season's mini live event will take place in Magic Mosses, as its spirit realm portal that used to be there will be rebuilt, and Daigo and Fletcher will reconnect it to the spirit realm. Also, I forgot to mention that this season's mini live event is codenamed Gifted Traveler, which is quite a cool name. But yeah, now I'm gonna be diving going deep into some pretty heavy spoilers for this upcoming mini live event. So if you wish not to be spoiled, then please skip to this timestamp appearing on the screen right now. You have been warned. Last season, the update that brought us Godzilla also gave us this loading screen. And funnily enough, this loading screen is literally what will happen in this season's upcoming mini live event. But Daigo will be wearing the Shattering War mask and will be using splinter blades to break into the realm. Like, just compare this to this. And that is how Daigo will enter the spirit realm in the event. And as you can see, he is wearing the mask, but it's actually fixed. More on that in just a sec though. Now, there are going to be a lot of beams leading up to this event, and these beams will actually help opening up a rift to Star Wars reality, which will then show the Death Star, and it seems that it will get closer to us as the days go on, until Season 3 drops, which will last for a month, and then we'll see another live event. But before, it seems that the Star Wars season will be caused by Daigo somehow. Right here is not the full event. It may look like it, but it's seriously not. We don't know what will happen after this, but as of now, it does seem that the darkness inside of the spirit realm is Emperor Palpatine. I could be wrong though. But yeah, this and the beams is not the full event. The whole upcoming mini live event has not been fully decrypted yet. And remember, this event happens in over 3 weeks. We're not gonna know everything as of now. But what we do know right now is that Daigo will use Fletcher Kane in the live event, saying, "Make yourself useful for once, Kane. Attack them." But this is obviously to move us out of the way, and then he'll say, "You'll see, the only one who can save the island is me." And to be fair, Daigo does have a point, but shortly after that, Fletcher Kane will be backstabbed. After that, Daigo will steal the mask and run straight into the Spirit Realm portal, and then suddenly, after something, beams will happen, which will then open up a rift to Star Wars. Now, of course, that isn't the full event, but sometime in the event, the battle bus will explode. Yeah, I'm not even joking. It will get, like, blown up or something. We are not 100% sure. And it is confirmed that the Spirit Realm portal will explode in the event, which will probably then create the beam for Star Wars. And it is confirmed that we'll fight Fletcher, but there's a chance we could fight someone else. There are sure rumors. And in the live event, we will fight someone stronger. Maybe the Dark Presence, but we don't know yet. Also, literally the entire music for this event has been leaked, and I'm gonna play some of it for you. And that is everything we know so far about this season's upcoming live event. And please remember that this is not the actual full event, not everything has been decrypted yet. Because this event literally happens in over 3 weeks' time, and it will be the thing bringing us into Chapter 6, Season 3, which will of course be Star Wars. And honestly, I am very excited, and of course, as this season goes on, we'll of course learn much more about the live event and Season 3. As of now, Fletcher's been doing some rather edgy things. In the latest storyline quests, we raid his mansion to find that he has files discussing the 0 Point Shard, a small golden mask on his wall, and when searching for his vault, you'll see that he's got a lot less gold, just for us to find the missing gold in Daigo's workshop. Clearly, something fishy is going on here, so we report it back to Midas. Justice, who then spills the tea Daigo's been supplying Alpha with masks and promising Kane ultimate power. With Kane's gold, Daigo made a mask that may be powerful enough to crack through the portal and collect the 0-point shard. I have no doubt he'll cut Kane out of the deal if he succeeds, but an angry wolf would be the least of our problems. We have to stop Daigo from getting that 0-point shard at all costs, even if it means collaborating with your hero friends. So yeah, the crew really needs to do something, and I honestly think that in the end, Daigo will be humbled by the dark presence with the 0-point shard. Damn, this season's going to have a very interesting ending. Again said, Kane thinks he's going to be getting the Shattering War Mask, and lately, Daigo has actually fully fixed it, restoring it to its original evil magic.
Sir? The mask on the wall. It's glowing. Moon above. He actually did it. Sir, you asked me to inform you when Daigo completed his tests. And were they successful? It seems so. Excellent. Omega Squad may have located Midas. Take him out. Oh, don't. With the mask in play, it hardly matters anymore. Tell me again. What does it look like? Well, it's a mask, and it glows, but not with light. Something more, sinister. Perfect. We're proceeding to the portal phase shortly. It's all over. They have no idea.
So yeah, Kane is very excited. He thinks that he will take down the outlaws with this mask. And then him and Daigo will proceed to portal phase, which will of course be the attempt to retrieve the 0-point shard. But little does Fletcher know that this will be the part where he'll get backstabbed. So Fletcher, if I was you, I wouldn't get my hopes up. Either way, again said, we will receive much more information about this live event in the next update, which is in about 2 weeks. And this update will take place like 1 week before the actual event, and expect the event to be fully decrypted then. So yes, we have got a lot to be excited for. If you enjoyed, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and why not join my Fortnite Discord server? The link is down in the description below. And what are your theories for this upcoming live event? Well, let me know down in the comments.